What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to episode number 163 of Smack Talk, presented by SmarkOutMoment.com. I am your host of the panel, Tony Mango, and joining me on the mic and running the soundboard for this special live edition is Mr. Mike Payton.
Gay!
That's why you can hear that. And we are going to be getting Sean Walker on the line, if Sean is able to get in there whenever that happens.
Is one big pile of shit.
Oh, poor Sean. Any of these things you can blame on Peyton, that he's going to be popular throughout the whole episode. What we're going to do is really just kind of do whatever the fuck. This is going to be what I'm calling the Smack Talk Scramble. We have no huge hot tags that we have to cover 100%. We are in a transition period between the last full-on episode of Smack Talk and the awards show that we're going to be doing actually tomorrow, or today, a couple hours from now. So, in the spirit of just not making it too crazy for me to do work and other people to prepare for other things and all that other kind of stuff, I figure let's just have a live edition. Let's keep the ball rolling with the Monday Night Raw post show. And we've got a bunch of the regulars that are from there in the chat. Creep is on the radar. We've got Not Ferris, Silent with a Doom, Wazili, a couple of guests as well. So, of course, as we always say, register your names if you are the guests, and then we can, shout you out. But before we get into whatever the fuck we're going to talk about for this week, I do want to remind you guys that there are only a few hours left where your votes count for the Smark Out Moment Awards, the Smack Talk section, and the categories that are involved in that, which include the best and the worst Did You Know, the best and the worst co-host, best and the worst outro, best and the worst segment, and the best and the worst recurring joke of the year. So for any of those things that you guys want to voice your opinions on, if you could hear me in the background of Peyton smacking all over the place. He's doing some literal smacks for the Smack Talk show. We're going to be recording that show in a couple hours, so our cutoff point where the votes don't count, the official tally, all that other kind of stuff, you got to get them votes in as soon as possible. Don't miss out. Head on over to smarkoutmoment.com, click on the awards post, wherein you will find a link to the Google form that has all of the polls inside of it. Everything else, just leave your comments below on the post for the writing section, the technical awards, the performers, that kind of stuff for WWE. But now we got those kind of plugs out of the way. We're still going to have at least one thing that we usually do here, and that is the Ask Him, the trivia question of the week. But yeah, we don't have a little Ask Him kind of soundboard thing. I'm a little disappointed. I didn't think about it.
I just did one myself. Ask Him!
There you go. What else do we have on the soundboard that could fit with that?
Let me see here. How about this one?
Hold on to your butt.
There you go. Why not? Perfect. Fits it. That's fine. So, last week's question was from Peyton. Your question to the rest of the panel was, who performed Jack Swagger's first theme? I got that right. Age Against the Machine. Woo! 10 points for me. And your question to the audience was, who was the first to come out to the theme, The Real American? Now, what was the answer to that?
Well, I got you guys. The answer's not really Hulk Hogan. That's right. The first people to actually come out to the theme, Real American, was a tag team called the U.S. Express. It was a tag team in the 80s in WWE. I believe it was Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham, I want to say. I should have gotten that ready before we did this. But yeah, it was a tag team called the U.S. Express. They were the Real Americans first before they decided to use that song for their rising star, Hulk Hogan.
I totally did not know the answer to that. So that was news to me kind of a thing. I just figured it was Hulk Hogan, and I figured that was a good little joke with the whole outro of the last episode and stuff. But let's see who got it right, who got it wrong. Silent One of Doom says, you guys need a glossary for your jokes to the Smark Out Moment website that OSW has, and so we can know what the hell we are talking about and stuff. I actually like that idea. I think I might end up adding that onto the website. It says, Tony, do you think Jack Swagger's first intro song was the Inspector Gadget theme? Man, we are probably going to do that quite a bit for a long time now, but for the longest time, yeah, in between the different segments, the last time and after the show, just this Jack Swagger's theme, and he's coming down to the ring, and he's pointing at his teeth. Why does this fucker keep smiling? Let's see. The A Train does indeed service the Museum of Natural History, although I don't suggest showing Drew and Miguel any of the other non-locals the map because it will drive them mad like some manner of Lovecraftian horror. I looked at that map for about 2 seconds and I completely agree. But he says, I'm going to say Hogan, even though that seems entirely too easy and is probably wrong, unless that's what you want me to think so no one will guess it. Hulk Hogan's theme was I'm a real American instead of real American, isn't it? That's the catch. Unless there's no swerve, and I've gone cross-eyed. Mora Suprema says, wait a second, is it fucking Hulk Hogan? Because if that's it, then it's fucking bullshit. He also says, I will go with Zeb Coulter.
They're really at the point where they don't trust us with these questions anymore.
Right. Well, he says, I'm going to go with Zeb Coulter, and fuck you, Tony, and fuck this Peyton question. Wago had left a comment and said, it's just a little penis, hun. I don't remember what that was a reference to. So, Wago, you gotta leave a comment on this.
We did it after the foot pun.
Maybe. And Rosa Show says, Hogan is a real American, so him probably. So, people turning into the skid and not buying the whole thing of it not being Hogan and all that other kind of stuff. I have a really bad Tony question for you guys this week, and you guys are really going to hate me. But the older that this member of the roster gets, the more eyes that he sprouts. Who is he? So if you guys think you know the answer to that, and if you do, holy fuck, you guys deserve a lot of credit. Or if you just want to take a guess, leave a comment below if you're watching this on the archived edition. Send a tweet at SmarkOutMoment with the hashtag AskHim. Leave a comment in the chat below for the live people, or you can call into the show and talk about whatever the answer to this is, or your guesses, or whatever. So we've got one person. Ferris fell into the trap. So I'm not going to say what he said because I want to keep this going. But man, it's probably my worst Tony question of all time, and it took me a little bit to think of it. So, you guys are really
that one about the bunny was pretty bad.
What was the bunny one? I don't remember that one off the top of my head.
You were asked like how many bunnies there were on Raw before the current bunny, and it was like the Playboy bunny.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, that was before the precursor to the bowl question, right?
Sure.
How many bowls can you name? Bull Buchanan, the Brahma Bowl, like. Yeah. The Askims are probably going to get worse and worse as 2015 goes along, guys, so keep that in mind.
We're going to have to start a new vote for the Smark Out Moment Awards next year for worst Askims.
We actually might end up having a new set of questions for next year, too. I was thinking about doing maybe the best comment of the year next year. This year, we added the worst category. I've kept it to where each year we add a little something. And I figured having the worst for those, that's kind of enough. But maybe next year we'll do the best and the worst Ask Him and the best and the worst comment of the year. That would be a good way to add something into there. Although there's actually quite a bit of people that have voted that they don't like anything in the rest hold, and some people have said that they hate the Smark My Words. So I was a little bit surprised about that. They're just kind of like, hey, fuck all of us and what we say.
Probably a little conscious. You know, they're a little bashful about their words being exposed.
I don't know. If they're upset about that, don't leave a comment. Wait, no, leave a comment. Leave comments. Leave lots of comments. And calls and everything. So, guys, call in if you are listening live to the show. And you can call in using the number that you see on the Mega Powers Radio website itself, or you can call in through Skype, or you can call in through any of the other methods, because apparently they like to give us multiple different methods, and they seem to all work. So, yay! They work a lot better.
Drew?
I don't know where Drew is. Fuck. Drew said he'd be a part of this. Wago said that he probably wouldn't. So, for all you missing Wago and his Wago-ness and that smooth talking voice, apparently, for one of the persons that voted, no Wago tonight, no Miguel tonight. So some people are going to be happy about that. I don't know what Sean's up to. Is Sean still trying to get in?
No, Sean's there.
Oh, Sean, you've just been silent this whole time.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to introduce me. It's all right.
Silent Sean of Doom.
Silent Sean of Doom. So, what's up, Sean?
There you go. This is my Wago impression.
Just say cunt a bunch of times.
Yeah. Speaking of being a cunt, I accidentally swiped left when I wanted to swipe right.
That's the worst.
You know, if you...
She was a really pretty gal as well. She only lived 2 miles away from me.
Oh, damn. Well, you know what you can do? If you really are in that much of a fix, you can uninstall your Skype account. Or not your Skype account. I'm looking at the wrong fucking thing. Your Tinder account. And then if you reinstall it, it'll pretty much just, like, set you back as, like, you can, you know, swipe everybody again. So if you set that down to the 2 miles, then you're good. You'll get her soon.
Eventually.
Huh.
Yeah, I know that from experience where I was just like, I'm going to start all over again.
Does it lose all your matches, too?
I think that it keeps matches. I don't remember not having that hot 40-year-old that I was talking to for a little bit, so I think it keeps
We're
it.
talking to a hot 4-year-old?
40. God, no. 4? Jesus Christ. Give me some credit. It's going to be at least, 13 or something? Drew looks like he might be setting himself up here.
Alright, let me see if I can find him here.
It's because we haven't got pyro.
Where in the world is...
Alright, Drew's on the line.
Joseph.
Hi.
So apparently my connection did cut out at that 40 and 4 thing. So, no. Let's clarify that. 4D. 40. No 4-year-olds.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we've been talking about Tinder for a little bit.
I don't mean to brag, but I did have a pretty good Tinder record back in the day.
Back in the day.
I don't use it anymore now. I'm actually in a fucking relationship. But no, I actually got a lot of matches. Surprisingly.
Oh, fancy Drew over here in a fucking relationship. You know, they went to dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. They're getting pretty serious.
No, her mom invited us to go, and then she paid for mine. So
The chef salad.
Yeah, you know what sucked? I just get like the lunch portion, and I like it like the cheapest thing. But still, it's the fucking Cheesecake Factory. That stuff's pretty good. That was the first time I ever went there too.
Did you not get the mac and cheese balls?
No, you didn't tell me to get that till afterwards.
I told you
no,
fucking...
It was on a Wednesday night. It was on a Wednesday night because Wednesday night we did Smack Talk, and then you were like, Drew, the cheese, what was it, the fried cheese balls, macaroni cheese balls?
Yep. Oh, I thought you were just there tonight.
No, it was during the day. And then that night I hung out at her house during the day, and then at night we did the podcast.
I'm talking about today.
Yeah,
I thought you just came back from it. I was gonna say if you went there again and you didn't get it, then you're an ass.
Oh no! I was over at a friend's house.
Oh, you were over at her friend's house, eh?
Yeah, we were playing in the championship for fantasy football, and it came down to tonight's game, so I went over there to watch.
Oh, you were playing, eh?
Yeah, we played horse. Have you ever played it? It's like euchre, but with 6 people.
So you were focused
like
on that
what?
fantasy instead of your fantasy league team?
No, it's. Have you've heard or played euchre, correct?
No.
No, I've never heard of euchre before. Bob Euchre, yeah, but I don't know about euchre game.
Oh no, it's a card game. It's really fun. It's a little complicated, but it's really fun. I can't fucking show you guys how to play it because, yeah, but you look it up sometime. It's a really fun game. If you have 6 people and have 2 decks of cards, play a good game of horse.
Dude, I don't want to know what you get up in your bedroom, alright? Keep that to yourself, you freak.
Horses and Bob Euchre and... Damn.
Fucking playing cards? Jesus.
Thank you, Ferris, for laughing at my terrible joke in the chat. And for those who are not live, you don't get to know it because you weren't live.
I'm not even looking at it, so I don't even know what he said.
It was about you.
Was it mean?
No.
No.
So that means I need to get on my laptop really quickly. Okay. Righto.
Quick,
So-
clear the chat before he comes back.
So, when we were on the Raw post show, a couple topics were brought up, and we figured that we would talk about them on like the hot tag-ish kind of section of what we could call this, because we're all just going to lump this into one big video on YouTube, so we're not sticking to the simple format of, we got to have part 2, part 3, part 4, blah, blah, blah. There's no special feature
so
for
we're in
this
the hot
week.
tags now?
Yeah, kind of. I guess so.
Hot tag!
Hot
Is there
tags.
an ask him?
Yeah, there was an ask him to the audience, and it's a horrible Tony question.
Oh, was it a Tony question or was it a Peyton fuck you Tony question?
No, it was a Tony question.
Oh, okay.
A refresher about that, by the way, for all the people that are listening and want to call in or want to leave their comments on the archived edition and all that other kind of stuff. That refresher question to the audience: the older this member of the roster gets, the more eyes he sprouts. Who is he? So yeah.
Has no one got it yet?
Nope, but one person did fall into the trap, because there is.
I think I know what it is. Fuck.
Send me a message in Skype.
Okay. Wait. Did you already say the answer?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did Sean fall asleep?
No, Sean is still here.
He's typing Tonytron in the chat.
Oh, hey, Wazili got it.
Oh, nice, Wazili. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to say what the answer is yet, because I want people to leave their comments, even if they're a little bashful about it. But Wazili is the first person to get that correct, so he gets 10 imaginary points to whatever that point system is that I never keep track of for my entire life. But nice job, Wazili. Pat on the back.
You get a t-shirt.
Yeah, you get it. I can't play t-shirt. Some topic that I forgot to bring up when we were talking about Raw, and I just thought that it was kind of funny. Did you guys notice that when Luke Harper was cutting his promo, that he had the "you gonna find out" voice?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is that voice?
What the fuck?
No,
Drew's killing his girlfriend.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
No, I was cleaning my table off. My bad.
Are you sure you just weren't running a sink in the background?
You were taking your table off your bed? What was your table doing on your bed?
No, I'm not in my bedroom. No, it's one of those tables where if you like scratch your finger up against it, it makes that vibrating noise like.
Is that what? Wait, was that a fucking turntable?
Exactly. Actually,
Maybe that's what Waco had all this time. And now it's broken.
Nah, I put my yeah.
But yeah, I was listening to the Harper promo, and he really just had that whole like, Dolph Ziggler, you gonna find out. And I'm like, oh fuck, he doesn't know what he's getting into with this fucking voice. I don't know, have we ever explained the "you gonna find out" thing to the audience? I don't remember for sure.
Nope.
All right, for all you people in the chat and in the archive edition, "you gonna find out" is one of the ones that actually I don't have in the recurring joke list because we haven't said it too much on the air. That all spawned from New York Comic Con. What were you gonna say, Drew?
I just thought it was a fucking Mark Henry Black reference.
Mark Henry?
Yeah, because I could totally see Mark Henry go, "You gonna find out."
No, that's what I do.
I know that, but no, that just sounds like something Mark Henry would say, regardless.
No, it all started from member of the Fanboys Anonymous crew, Sam. Do you remember what he was referencing at the time? Who he was talking about or something? He was talking about like showing off his moves for chicks or something, right?
It was something with Trish, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and it was just like, yo, you're gonna find out. And for some reason, it struck us so goddamn funny that we've been saying it ever since. And man, if anybody at this point says you're gonna find out in any capacity, I immediately think of that and start cracking up. So I've been out like in public, where it's been a situation where you're not really supposed to just like crack up laughing, and people are like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna find out," and I'm just like, "You're gonna find out." Like, I just seem like that jackass. It's like, what the fuck is he laughing at?
And then they're like, "What are you laughing at?" And it's like, "You go find out." And they're gonna say, "I don't get it," and then they're gonna laugh even more.
Exactly.
It's, we don't need you.
It just gets to the point where you're like, stop it, my fucking heart hurts.
Oh no, it's about him, but you quit it now. Oh god, I made a reference. Oh damn it, I didn't even think about that. Nope. Oh well. Fuck it.
What were the other things that we were brought up during the show? Oh,
What's wrong?
Silent Winter Doom brought up the Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker at WrestleMania idea, and I kind of agree with you, Peyton. I don't know if that's the right way to go, but really, there are many other people that Undertaker could face that would be better.
Yep.
Who would you go with?
Sting.
Well, other than Sting, because they're doing Sting Triple H, so seems like they're like,
Yeah,
wow,
that's
I don't think that's set in stone.
all right. Well, if we rule out Sting, who do you think they could do instead of Wyatt?
John Cena.
I can see that. All right. Yeah. I still
Brock
kind of think
Lesnar
that would
too.
be. Oh no, I don't want Lesnar too. Oh God, no.
No. Rusev.
I don't
I would
want to
rather
see
see
Rusev.
Rusev than Bray Wyatt.
I'd like to see a retirement match between Undertaker and Kane. I think that would be pretty cool.
I would still take that over Bray Wyatt.
What about Ryback? Too dangerous?
Yeah, considering the stories that have come out about Ryback, I don't know if I would put The Undertaker in that spot.
What about you, Drew? If
He
Undertaker is
wrestles
going to
one
face
match a
somebody,
year. How could he not handle what Ryback did? It's one fucking match. I don't
apparently
care.
couldn't handle Lesnar.
Dude, except what I don't believe that for a second. He got a concussion in the opening parts, and I bet that he just probably everything was magnified after that because he had a concussion. That probably really fucking hurt.
Pop,
So
pop.
yeah, and so if he can't handle Ryback, then he doesn't need to wrestle. Like seriously, it's that simple. If he's gonna get hurt, or if he thinks he's gonna get hurt, don't wrestle. It's that simple.
See, I could see him getting hurt with Bray Wyatt too.
Honestly, I could see him getting hurt against anyone because apparently he's fucking fragile as hell now. So, I don't know. He wrestled the Punk match injured, didn't he? Even though he had a whole year off. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that
He's just always fucking injured now. So, I don't know. I just remember during the Punk Taker match, like Punk tried to lift one of his arms up, and Undertaker was just like, "Nope, fuck you, you're not doing that," because you can't lift it after a certain point or some shit like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that at the very least, the idea of this feud could be interesting because of just the promos building up to it. But man, whoever would be responsible for that would have to do a much, much better job than what we did with the Brock Lesnar one. Because man, that fucking feud was terrible. That build up was garbage, and that really hurt the match. I think in my mind. If he's healthy enough to do it, I want to see Undertaker wrestle no matter what, like as an alternative kind of a thing. But if he's not, I'd rather him just take a year off.
Now,
They
here's the
wrestle
biggest
at the
problem with
Mania afterwards?
Undertaker. Here's the biggest problem with Undertaker and Bray Wyatt is the fact that it would take half an hour just to do both of their entrances.
Maybe that would be a good thing, because maybe that'll be the reason why we don't get 2 Divas matches on the card like we've been getting lately.
Dude, I don't even think I want to see a Bray Wyatt Undertaker match. You're saying that build-up would be good, but the last time I checked, Bray Wyatt is really hit and miss with his promos, and I feel like, I mean, what the fuck would he talk about against the Undertaker? Like, oh, I'm more of a cult leader than he ever was with the Ministry of Darkness. Like, would that just be it? Like, I don't think I would be able to get into that, to be honest, because Bray hasn't done shit so far.
Well, he's been winning all his matches against Dean Ambrose.
What do you mean? He beat Chris Jericho. I mean, fuck. I mean, what'd you beat Jericho? Hey. He beat Dean Ambrose, but I believe everyone has beaten Dean Ambrose this year.
Seth Rollins haven't.
Rollins beat him.
Do you want Seth Rollins? I'll trade you Seth Rollins. Sean, who would you give me? Seth Rollins, who would you give me for him?
Bray Wyatt.
Nah, fuck you.
By the way, we should just throw that out there too, since we're not going to have any predefined little sections and stuff, fantasy league stuff. Whatever. If you guys want to make a trade, go try to make a trade right now or something.
Peyton, I will give you Seth Rollins for Roman Reigns.
That's tough, man.
That is really
I'd say
tough.
no.
I'll think about it.
Like
Okay.
When Doom's comment,
Well,
Bray
I'm gonna
Wyatt
take it
doesn't
off
have
the
a
table
big
for-
name,
well,
so it doesn't count.
Well, I'm going to take it off the table for now, but, if you're interested in it, just let me know, and then we can do it then.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't want you to be able to go, yep, I want it, and then I'll be like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Because you're like, nah, fuck you, Drew. And I'll be like, oh.
Well, then you shouldn't have said it to begin with.
Well, no, I was just throwing it out there. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing the Sean approach where he always like says, yeah, I'm going to do this trade each week, but he never fucking does it.
No, I know what.
Well, you shouldn't talk so much shit about Sean.
No, I'm not talking shit about Sean.
I got a
Last time
plan.
I think we make the joke every fucking fantasy league when he's not there. Like, oh, you probably paid him 1,000 trades to do.
Do you have any trades, by the way, Sean? For Team L? Or is it still Team L, or are you going to trade into
I'm gonna change my name.
Oh my god.
What's the new name?
God. What do you got?
We're changing it to the New Day.
Do you
Oh, yeah,
not even
Sean
have any New Day members on your team?
Nope. That's why it's a New Day.
It's a new day for Sean's team.
Mhm.
I'll trade you Xavier Woods if you will give me Damian Sandow or Bray Wyatt. If you want somebody up from the New Day.
I'll give you Fandango for the Miz.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do anything else. I can't take Bray Wyatt. He doesn't have a big nickname. I forgot that was my team.
Yeah, I just said that. I repeated that comment.
No, I didn't. No, dude, I wasn't. I was zoned out. I was looking at it myself. My bad.
You say yes to the Miz and Fandango.
What was what?
Do you say yes to my trade for Fandango for the Miz?
No, hell no.
Oh.
Oh, I would do that.
You would do that? All right, well,
Hell yeah.
if you could trade me somebody for the Miz, then you could trade him over.
I'll give you Stardust for the Miz.
Roman Reigns? Huh?
Nope, Stardust.
Huh?
They're in the same bracket. Stardust for the Miz. That's fair.
Nah.
All right then.
One of them lost to a bull this week. The other one's got its own personal cheerleader of sorts. And
Who's way
titles.
more over than he is.
Yeah, but he's got titles. And slammies. So, ha.
So are we doing the Fantasy League now then, yeah?
We're doing everything at one shot. Why not?
Happy days. Can I drop my Tyson Kidd then, yeah?
Sure.
Awesome. I want to pick up Jamie Noble, as discussed.
All right.
Wait, what did I miss on this draw?
Not much.
Nothing.
Nothing. Was it just like the standard? Did Santa Claus get ran over and Alberto Del Rio got a bowling ball to the crotch?
Nope.
No, Santa came out and cut the same exact generic promo that he's always been cutting and made one match.
Did
Yeah,
he?
brother.
Wait, hold on. Did he mention that the network was only $9.99?
I don't even remember. I think pretty much when Hogan started
did
talking,
they have a
I
Santa
kind of.
Claus and a Hogan? Or was it just
Well, let
Hogan
me
and Hogan?
tell you something, brother.
The network is only $9.99. I don't know if you heard me the first 5 times I said it, but it's still $9.99.
$9.99.
What you
Here's
Have
the
we not-
debut
how have we
of
not-
Phil Stevenson as well.
How
yeah,
have
you
we
did
not done outro of the $9.99 song yet? Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we've got time.
Yeah, we do. We got it next year.
Well, we've got time.
For that outro. Do 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 do.
We are not black. What? I don't know.
What?
God damn it, Drew.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. We actually had a couple different things that we were thinking about doing when it came to the outro for this week, if we were going to do it. But then I figured, you know what, we'll just do this random ass episode instead. But we pitched out these ideas of doing that Jack Swagger one. We've got Peyton's got something that he might be doing a little bit later at the end of the show as like a special extra outro inside of the show kind of a thing. I actually, like, when I was going to sleep last, which I don't remember when that was, 2 days ago, maybe? I don't know. That sounds about right. I was thinking to myself, we wish you a merry outro. And I was just like, this is so stupid. I'm going to go to bed. But running in my head, I'm like, we
You think
wish
of
you a merry
silent
outro.
outros?
What was that?
Silent outros?
We had, 4 silent outros this year? 3 that
What?
we didn't do, and the one for Vacant.
I said silent outros as in Silent Night, that one fucking song.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have drawn that connection.
Yeah, that was a
You
terrible.
were not drawing that connection at all.
No, that's like,
Oh, okay.
Silent
Hey,
outro.
love it. How was JD and not Jeff today?
They were great for
I
the
don't
Phil
know. They didn't
Stevenson
call
show.
in.
Well,
Yeah,
why
they
did
didn't call in.
call
She kept calling it the Phil Stevenson show.
Wait, hold on. What happened?
They kept calling into the Phil Stevenson show instead of our show. It was weird.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? They were really rude about the Phil Stevenson show too, because Phil Stevenson does not appreciate when people curse and call him a big dumb son of a bitch, and
Mhm.
they were doing that repeatedly. Phil Stevenson, man, the only thing that drives Phil Stevenson more nuts is Bill Stevenson.
Oh my god. I can't believe I fucking missed that. How did, like, so wait, how did you fill 2 hours of the show then? Like, what the fuck did you do?
Did we fill
Like, that was half the show, shit.
Go back and listen to it, dude. We talked about salad. We talked about bread.
You're not fucking making me listen to Sean talk about fucking salad and bread. Yeah, fuck that.
Actually, it was a really good story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, just link me when it is in the episode. Maybe I'll watch it then. If it's actually good.
I swear to God, the next time that somebody, Christmas dinner or something like that, when somebody's like, "Do you want a salad?" I know I'm gonna be like, "Is it all bread?" And I'm gonna be the only one fucking laughing about it.
What the fuck? Wait,
Then they're
Sean
going to
going
go,
with
"I don't get it," and then I'm gonna be back into this cycle again.
this?
Oh, you don't get it?
Oh my God,
You'll
wait,
find
wait.
out.
Oh, so wait, so Sean was talking mistake a salad for bread. What the fuck? Oh well, I'll just find out later. That's awesome. I might have to listen to that. If it's that fucking stupid. I have to listen to it if it's that stupid. No offense, Sean. That's a really, I don't know if you're just fucking around, but God, that's so stupid.
And actually, tell us in the chat. Do you guys think that was engrossed conversation that was going on? I think that was fun. And I think that if you don't know what we're talking about, you're gonna find out.
You're gonna find out. See, that sounds like something Mark Henry would say. I'm not even kidding you.
Where has been Mark Henry lately?
He probably got fucking injured.
Maybe. Have you guys heard anything about that? I haven't.
They
Just right back
pulled
in
him off
last match,
TV. They probably just pulled him off TV because fuck Ryback or Mark Henry. That's why.
Because fuck Ryback.
Yeah. No. Oh, that reminds me, dude. What did they do with the Ryback Rusev stuff?
What do you think that they did?
Ryback became a gift.
Yeah, he was happy about it though.
So wait, it was like the Dean Ambrose thing they did last year. No. That Hulk Hogan's was when they did the Dean Ambrose and the President thing. Yeah.
I don't remember at all what you were talking about.
You remember for Hogan's birthday, Dean Ambrose was hiding in a package, Big E's package specifically, and he went and attacked Seth Rollins, and all of that on Hulk Hogan's birthday. Like, what the fuck? Have some fucking manners.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. But no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Ryback came out wearing a big bow, and Piper had said he put a bow on his gift for Rusev, and Ryback literally looked down at the bow and went, and then ran to the ring to attack Rusev. So he liked the pun, or well, it's not really much of a pun, but big guy.
Are they facing each other, or are they just building that up as one of the main feuds during the Rumble?
They would probably have a match because we still have the pre-show and 2.5 hours. No, not 2.5. At least 1.5 hours worth of time that they got to fill. So we need a couple more matches. We'll have the Divas match.
They had a pre-show match, and then they had Brock Lesnar beat up Big Show for 20 minutes with a fucking chair. That was amazing. So I don't know. If they were able to fill last year, I bet they could do it again.
That actually gets me thinking about something though. Last year, I was really happy that in the pre-show we had that Tumblr again where they were picking out the numbers. What do you guys think about that? I've always loved that, but some other people are like, meh. They didn't announce anything about it.
But
when they picked up the bowls.
Well, I remember watching the 2006 Rumble was the first one I ever watched, and it was great then because it was Candice Michelle and Tori Wilson with Vince McMahon, and yeah, I think that speaks enough for itself. No, that's actually cool because it's like it adds time to the show. I mean, you don't have to fucking do as much, and especially for the Rumble, they're probably gonna have another 4-match show. So I'd be down.
Wasn't that the Rumble Rey Mysterio one?
Yes.
God, I feel sorry for you if that was the first Rumble you watched.
Actually, Was that? I might have watched the 2004 one at a friend's house before then, but I think that was the first one. I don't think that Rumble was that bad. I mean, there's been a lot worse ones than that.
Sean, what was the first one that you watched, if you remember?
2004, 3. It's the one where Rikishi eliminated Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexy.
2000?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a 4 year.
But that's the one I watched. That's the first one I watched. I was like, oh, this is pretty badass, and then Rikishi eliminated him.
I think it was 2000, because I think that they dance in the ring and then he throws him out, and then Rikishi keeps going on for like quite a while.
Yep.
The Rock ends at one.
That's the one.
What about you,
Honestly,
Peyton? Do you remember your first Rumble?
I started watching the week immediately following the 1996 Royal Rumble. I remember because they kept playing replays of the attack of Vader on Gorilla Monsoon, and it was like the craziest thing that's ever happened in wrestling. So then my first official Rumble I actually watched was 1997, which was totally awesome.
Man, 97 is awful and then awesome. Like, if you can get through the first half of that, the rest is great.
Mm-hmm.
But that first half is god-awful.
Well, I thought it was great at the time because it was the rising star of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but when you start off with, like, the music isn't working right, and you've got fake Razor Ramon, and Ahmed Johnson eliminates himself as the first elimination, you know?
Yeah, well.
That's like...
I tell you, like, the first Royal Rumble I watched was 2002.
2002. Which one was that? That was Triple H winning?
That's the one with Triple H, yeah.
That was a good Rumble.
And the Godfather
Look, it's the best Rumble ever.
I don't know if I would say best. It's up there. You know another one that I always liked? 2007. That was a good Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
With a rated RKO, Undertaker and Michaels at the end. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Ferris
the one
says
with John Cena returned.
2008.
I didn't watch that one. That's when I stopped watching wrestling.
That was the first one that I watched on a stream. I'll admit that.
That was the first one I watched live in the building. Woo!
Ferris on the chat says, I think the first one I saw was 2001 when Stone Cold won and went on to face The Rock at WrestleMania 17. 2001 is a fun one to watch, too. That one's just like balls to the wall, fun shit happening. I think the first one that I had ever seen was maybe 1994. I know I had seen before 1996 because I couldn't watch the 96 pay-per-view, and for years I couldn't find a tape of it. Every place that I had around my area that had like wrestling tapes, like Blockbuster and whatever, they had like one copy of the 96 Rumble, and the one that they had was like somebody taped over the Royal Rumble part. All I could ever see was Triple H's entrance, and midway through his entrance it would cut out because they had taped over it, and I'm like, fucking man, like this is the one that I want to watch the most, and it drove me nuts. I ended up having to watch it online years and years later, but that's a decent Rumble too. It's not bad. It's not fantastic. 95 is an odd one.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my least favorites, probably. 94 is good, though. Good ending to it. And 93 has always been good, too. I mean, Royal Rumble's one of my favorite pay-per-views, so when we go in a little bit more than a month from now, then I'm going to be fucking pumped as hell.
So what the real question is, how bad, if you think it was bad at all, the one from this year, then?
I got to rewatch that.
Because I remember it being not that bad. It was just everyone just shat on it. And I think that was the one JD was at too, because it was in Pittsburgh. JD from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. But yeah, I remember that one actually being not that bad. The show wasn't that bad, but everyone just shat on it because they wanted BB so much.
Oh yeah, that's when Batista come back. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
didn't even bother me that much. Everyone else was so shitty about it, but it didn't bother me that much because I thought that they would put him in a main event regardless.
You know what one I wasn't that fond of? 2009 when Randy Orton won.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a good Royal Rumble.
So that was not a good Royal Rumble?
No.
No, okay.
Which Royal Rumble was it when all the announcers entered and
That was
Ricardo Rodriguez?
2010, wasn't it?
Was a good Rumble.
Was it 2010?
Well, they all entered again in 2013, I believe. At least the announcers said.
It might have been
Ricardo
2011.
was in 2013 as well because Alberto was injured.
It might have been 2011 because 11 was the 40-man.
That's what it was. It was the 40-man, so then it was 2011.
Because they had like
I
enough
wish
breathing
Santino
room.
won that still. I still fucking wish Santino won that.
Yeah.
They could have just had, if they wanted Del Rio to have the title shot, they could have just had him win it off it the next night or something like that. Like kind of what they did with Mysterio and Orton. Or, no, Kurt Angle and Orton, yeah. But, you know.
The whole Del Rio push itself was a botch, I think. That guy never deserved to be a main eventer. That's too much. He deserved to be a main eventer, but not nearly as much as they wanted him to be.
That is the
He's
first
a guy
man
that
to ever be CMLL, AAA, and WWE World Heavyweight Champion. You show some respect.
He's probably going to be a
I don't
TNA
know.
champion,
I
too.
think the guy I could have seen maybe win World Heavyweight Championship once, maybe a second time later in his career. But you know, we never got to see him in tag team that much. I don't think he won a tag team titles at least in WWE. So yeah, so you know, it could be worse.
He never won a mid-card title either, did he?
No.
I thought he wasn't a U.S. champion at one point.
No.
So wait,
It's World Heavyweight in WWE.
Because, God, they really fucking wanted him to beat shit.
Yeah, and he's like a fucking 7-time champion or something crazy.
I don't think it's a 7-time. I think he won World Heavyweight 3 times in the WWE twice, right? So 5, maybe.
5 is way
I'll
too
check
much.
Wikipedia.
I think it's 5. If I had to guess, it's 5 off the top of my head.
Do you remember when they used to be like, oh my god, Bret Hart is a 5-time WWF champion?
Yeah, the only time they actually do that now is when Cena comes out. Yeah, Cena has more titles than all of you guys. Fuck you.
Did you say
now.
when they referred to Kofi as like a 30-time champion on Raw or whatever it was, and it was just like, by the way, none of them are world titles, but
Hey, something to keep in mind.
yeah.
So, wait, so did the New Day not wrestle tonight?
No, they got a video package.
And they also got Sean's team, apparently.
So how bad is it looking for them?
Pretty fucking bad.
What was the video package?
The same as they've been
Same one
always
they
doing.
played weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was that one that they were supposed to play on SmackDown, but they pushed it up a day. They just wanted to play that at one point.
Maybe. It was about how together they can achieve greatness, but so far we haven't seen that yet. So.
Well, Big E sweats a lot, so he carries a handkerchief around, so he needs support for that, obviously.
Right, and Del Rio is a 4-time World Heavyweight Champion. He held the WWE Championship twice and the World Heavyweight Championship twice. I thought he held that fucking both times and twice.
Only
Fuck, it
4?
feels like he had the Yeah, it doesn't seem that much. Well, I remember, like, in 2012, he faced Sheamus at, like, 5 pay-per-views for it, and he never won it. But everyone would just shat on the matches, but I thought the matches were good for what it was.
So another topic that I figured that we could talk about this week, something that people are talking on a lot of like message boards and stuff. They're saying, is Roman Reigns the guy that needs to be the guy in WWE, or should you go with either Dean Ambrose or Dolph Ziggler? I'm of the opinion that there shouldn't be the guy and have all your eggs in one basket, because if you do that and the guy gets injured, then you're up shit's creek and you got to figure out what to do as a backup plan. So I like the idea of having people split things up a little bit, and you know, you don't need to have the one guy above the rest because people get bored with him. That happened with John Cena. It would end up happening with anybody else. And how fast is it already happening where people are already talking on Ziggler being the invincible John Cena thing, where Roman Reigns is getting the Cena treatment or whatever? You know, it's people are going to do that with whatever the top guy is. So share the burden, you know? What do you guys think about this, Drew?
if I had to pick one person out of that whole batch of people, it'd be Daniel Bryan, just because he's like my favorite out of all of them. But realistically, I'd pick Roman Reigns. He has the look to be the top guy. Whether or not he'd be there, he might go into the steps of maybe The Rock and maybe venture out. I don't know if he would. I mean, he's not. He doesn't. He has like the body for it, but his face is not the best. That fucking mustache he needs to get rid of. That thing's gonna fucking bother me if he keeps it up. But other than that kind of stuff, I'd rather them have a few guys that they can lean on as the top guy, especially if one goes down. As you saw this year, so many guys went down and they had so many issues with fixing stuff and whatnot. I mean, John Cena went down last year and missed a couple months. And honestly, the pay-per-views that he missed, they weren't that bad up until Big Show started facing Randy Orton. I mean, fuck, that Survivor Series sucked. But honestly, if they're able to, why not have multiple ones? And about people complaining about Dolph Ziggler, fuck you guys, because just a couple years ago, you were just complaining about how he wasn't getting pushed at all. So if you're going to complain that he's getting pushed down, then yeah, just fuck off and die or something like that. Just break your neck and die.
What about you, Sean? Do you think that any of these guys should be the top guy, or should you mix it up, or what?
Who are the names again?
Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, somebody else?
Well, Daniel Bryan, by far, out of everybody on that fucking list, deserves to be the number one guy. Roman Reigns, I've never been a fan of. He's just too boring for me and too bland.
I don't understand. I don't know why people complain about him being boring. I never thought that he was that boring. And when he was in the matches with the Shield, no one complained about him being boring then. So why complain about it now? If you fuck off, Sean. And why complain about it now? You didn't complain about it in a couple years ago.
I've always been complaining about fucking Roman Reigns. You go back.
Yeah, because you complain about a lot of things. It's hard for me to keep track, Sean.
I was a bit Seth Rollins guy.
I know you're a Seth Rollins guy.
Dolph Ziggler, I think Dolph Ziggler is going to be like the Randy Orton type.
Always second best?
Guy.
Well,
yeah, second best,
the thing about that, I mean, Randy Orton was like 20-something. And fuck, I think Dolph Ziggler is like 32 or 34 now, and he's just now getting pushed. So I don't know if he'd be the Randy Orton type. I mean, fuck. I guess he's either being the number 2 or 3 babyface. I could never see him being the top guy.
I think Dean Ambrose is going to be like the next Chris Jericho. Up as well, but in the number 2 spot. I'm still waiting for him to bring up Sami Zayn and fucking Adrian Neville and all them shitty guys.
All them shitty.
Well, they're not shit, but you know what I mean. all that great talent
yeah, you're
down
not a
there.
fan of Neville, right?
Oh no, I'm not a fan of Neville, no.
I honestly don't know if I should hate him or not, because when I see him in NXT, I like his matches, but I don't know if it's because people he's working with or if he's actually a good performer. Because people complain about him being a spot junkie, but I don't know if he really is. I mean, he does some interesting. Yeah, but he still pulls out new stuff every time I watch him. I mean, fuck. That match with Sami Zayn at our Evolution was really, really good, and especially he pulled out some really good moves that I've never seen him do before for that. So I really don't know if he's a spot monkey. Really, I mean, fuck. With his gimmick, I guess it works if he was. He doesn't need to be a technician.
Listen, he can do spots, that's fine, but he's got to be in there with someone who can carry the story for a match. When he doesn't have someone like a Sami Zayn who's very proficient in that, it could fall apart real fast. Case in point, watch his match with Brodus Clay.
You're not making me watch that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Adrian Neville versus Brodus Clay. Go ahead and find that one, and you'll see what I mean.
Was it when he was shaped? Oh, wait, was Brodus gone by the time?
No, it was his first match after he got the title from Bo Dallas. He had a match on NXT against Brodus Clay, and it was fucking atrocious.
Can I just also put in my 2 cents as well about Finn Balor's entrance?
Sure.
That entrance was badass. I don't know what the
hell
fuck
fucking yeah, it
is. Yeah, fuck you, Tony. We know you can't appreciate shit nowadays.
I do like, though, like in our discussion about Evolution, I'm like, oh man, this match was good, and this match was good, and this match was good. The Finn Balor thing, people are overrating it, and it's like, Tony doesn't like anything, and I'm like, I said 3 things I love. I I'd be like, if I have one criticism, this could be a little bit better, and people are making it overrated. You asshole, you hate all wrestling.
It was a bit too long. That's the only
Oh
problem
no,
I had with
we
it, but it
still
was
went
pretty badass.
We still went internet fan on you the past Smack Talk. We still went internet fan on you.
I'm sticking to my guns, though. I don't think that is the best thing that has ever happened in wrestling. And if anybody does think that is, the top 5, we should just do a countdown episode of the best Finn Balor entrances because all the other ones are garbage.
I didn't watch NXT this past week. Was he on NXT this past week? Did he end up doing anything like that?
He wasn't even on the show.
Oh, okay.
Was it a good episode?
Maybe they're calling up already. Shit.
Pay-per-view with the fall, by the way.
What's that?
That our Evolution thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was my pay-per-view with the fucking fall.
What?
Oh.
Fall? Not of the year.
Fall, yeah. Springtime, fall.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not gonna argue that. I don't know if it's gonna win my pay-per-view of the year for SmackDown this week, which we're recording tomorrow, by the way. If you didn't know, it's a live show.
What's my pay-per-view of the year?
I'm the Spoonie of Smack Talk. I don't know. Is Spoonie the guy that I was making fun of? I kept calling him Forky.
Yeah, Spoonie was the guy at Too Many Games. See, I told you people know who he is.
Who is the Spoonie guy?
He makes videos on the internet.
He's not the guy that shat himself, was it?
No, that was Sam.
That was at Comic-Con, too. Wait, so who is Spoonie?
Oh, we're going back to that now. I don't know.
Right, I think I found my pay-per-view of the year. It was Payback. There you go.
Okay, he's a very critical guy.
Fuck, he's like Tony. Shit. He probably hated the Finn Balor entrance, too.
Hold on, Silent Doom. I wouldn't say he was the second biggest guy. That would be Link Cara.
Ooh, is he related to Sin Cara?
Link Cara.
Yeah.
But all of his links don't go anywhere because he botches that, too.
Oh, wait, what about Sin Cara, Negro, or Azul? What about one of those two?
And then third would be Nostalgia Chick. And then Spoonie. So fuck. No, matter of fact, no. Third would be Angry Joe. And then third would be...
dude, Angry Joe's the best. I love Angry Joe.
Angry Joe kicks ass. Matter of fact, Angry Joe's probably second. Put Angry Joe above Link Cara.
I don't know. Angry Joe has like 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know. But who's number one then?
Oh, that would be Nostalgia Critic. He's definitely the biggest guy. It's his website.
I don't know any of these guys. I've heard of Nostalgia Critic.
You've never watched Angry Joe?
How have you know it's Angry Joe?
I have no idea who Angry Joe is. I'm assuming he's angry at stuff.
No, well, back in the day, like a few years ago, like his whole gimmick was he would just like be angry at video games, which that kind of has faded out. But he's definitely the top guy for angry reviews on stuff. But
I
think
you're forgetting of AVGN.
No, I've never been an AVGN fan. I never have. I remember when I first started watching YouTube in like 2007. I think I watched the Irate Gamer before AVGN, and I just never liked AVGN, even though essentially those two are the same thing. So
I don't like any of that stuff. Any of the whole I've got to yell and scream because I'm so mad at these old video games. I'm like, well,
he wasn't really yelling and screaming. Angry Joe yells, but I don't know. Irate Gamer never really yelled. He just fucking cuts profusely.
Yeah, I never got into that stuff. That's why I could never get into Angry Video Game Nerd. I was just like, I get it. He says balls and shit balls and shit fuck balls and...
Have you guys seen this movie?
Hell no.
No, he debuted the trailer at Too Many Games, though.
Oh, wait, did you guys get to do an interview with him at all?
No, but we did get to figure out the answer of whether or not he remembered that Captain Lou Albano was...
So wait.
And it's yes.
So it's not Ferris, or is it not Ferris? I don't know if it's him or not.
It's not Ferris.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. He used to live in Ohio, I believe, so I don't know where he lives now, but that's cool if you've ran into him before.
Was he irate?
I've never actually met anyone on YouTube, like any of like the celebrities. I've never actually saw any from the person. But then again, I live in Indiana. Who the fuck is famous in Indiana?
You would have met a bunch of them if you wouldn't have burned down your chairs and could have gone to the comic.
I'm actually in my garage right now. So,
What?
a great place to do. Well, everyone's asleep in the house, and my sister and my brother fell asleep in my room, so I went out in the garage because it's the only place it could be.
Oh, is that where your sister is? Okay, I'll be right back.
No, a little younger sister. She's still in high school, dude. But yeah, that's
Not
kind of
stopping
weird.
me.
But
If there's grass on the green, you can play golf.
Listen, under 15 gets a man 10 to 20. Keep that in mind. But I'm actually sitting in I'm not sitting in a chair that was burnt, but it was one of the chairs from the set that I burned.
So, are you back to finish the job?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no fucking flames around me. Let me make a fire really quickly.
You're like gonna kill the chair's family, the leftovers.
I don't know. I think it came with a table too. I don't want to give it as a table quite yet. I might finish the job later.
Drew left one chair alive so it could tell the others.
Okay. Here's a story, Silent Wind. It was a weekend. It was some night in September. I had friends over, and we had a bonfire, and we had the chairs around it. I thought I put the fire out, but apparently I didn't. So we all went to bed. The next day, or like sometime during the night, but the next day, the chair flipped into the fire, and it caught on fire. It didn't catch on. I don't know if it caught on fire, but I know it essentially was burnt. So. But yeah, and I didn't listen. I did my family's out of town the whole day. I didn't go and check at all. Later that night, we go back out there again, having a bonfire, and I see the chair on fucking fire. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I am so fucked. Because they just got the chairs, and these chairs are really fucking expensive apparently. So, and my mom was so pissed off, and I really don't want to get into how it ties into Comic-Con because it's such a bullshit story, but it actually happened.
All right, Sean, you're heading off now. You're getting a little bit too late for you.
Yeah, boy, it's like 7 a.m. over here now. So.
Anything you want to plug before you leave?
It's a little too early now, dude.
I would like to plug Drew's mom. And his grandmother, because I hear his grandmother is a gilf.
Well, why don't you just keep looking him up on Tinder? I hear that they're on there.
I don't know.
Does he even go up to 80 years old?
Yep.
Wow.
Not on mine.
I thought it was 55 on mine.
No,
Jesus Christ, how fucking old are you guys going for?
If you put it to full age, it goes up to 100.
Jesus.
Well, what about the one girl who's 101?
Well, I guess she's done.
No, I didn't reset my Tinder. I'm going to do it later today.
Any
So,
quick
I'm off.
fantasy league things you want to do before we go? Because we won't next week.
Just Tyson Kidd for Jamie Noble.
Alrighty. You got that
Alright.
down
And when
already?
Bad News Barrett is back, I will
Yeah, I
be
got it.
getting rid of him for someone.
For somebody who's not going to get a push.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Sean. We'll see you later, man.
Ta-ra, buddy. Ta-ra, guys.
Peace.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
See you, Sean.
Peace.
Silent Wind Doom invested in the tale of Sean's Tinder.
I feel like there's not much of a tail at all, so...
I don't know. According to some of the people on
wouldn't-
Tinder, it might be a tail.
I guess you could. No, except I think Tinder now it's just at that point where it's a bunch of spam accounts.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
that was the main reason why I got rid of it. Maybe, and then I started dating someone. And I feel like if you're like making out with them and your phone goes off and you see someone message you on Tinder, I feel like that would definitely not be a great thing to do or happen in this case.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep
Oh,
updates on it. We'll keep updates on Sean's Tinder account on the Megamaniacs group on Facebook if we can.
Live around the clock coverage.
Yeah. Imagine that's like going to be the new cover banner for it. It's just going to be like the latest person he gets a match with.
Who Was it a match?
Sounds like a good series of articles for Fanboys Anonymous.
Maybe.
Honestly, dude, you could also put in the "this is a match" reference every time someone gets matched. That's what I started doing for a while.
Oh, that's really funny if Wago didn't make that joke first.
No, what? The "this is a match" thing? Oh yeah. Well, no, it tells you it's a match every time you get a match on there. So I was like, oh, that's just funny because I make that joke.
They've got some weird suggestions of what to say too. It's like, hey guys, it's a match between you and what was the chick from earlier that I said, Debbie? I think, yeah. It'd be like, why don't you just talk about like flowers or something? Like,
I hate that. Like, you're never gonna know if you don't say hi or stupid shit like that.
right, and you're like, no, I know. I know I'm not gonna be
yeah,
into.
bring up flowers. See where that fucking goes. Like, I feel like it's so weird to like start a conversation with someone up via the internet. It's a lot easier to do it in person because you could like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a lot easier. You could tell what the mood they're in just by body language. It's so fucking harder on the internet.
Depends on
Not for
how
some
shy
people.
you are.
Some people are too awkward. Yeah, some people are too awkward to really start a conversation in person
Okay.
at first.
Okay, seriously, I'm like one of the most awkward fucking people ever in real life. So I know, I know.
You're like, hey, it's a match.
It's not even that. The first. Okay, I can't believe I'm going to tell you guys this. The first day, not the first time I met my girlfriend, we were at Patrick's going away party that we threw him for because he was leaving for the Navy in the next couple of days, and she was there because one of her friends was interested in Patrick. And anyways, so we sat around the fire. Anyways, everyone got up, started hugging everyone, and she was standing socially awkward in like the corner because she's just as bad about being awkward as I am. So I went over and I was like, oh, come here, give me a hug. So I gave her a hug, and then for some reason, I don't know why, but for some fucking reason, I took my finger and I started fingering her ear hole for no apparent reason. And like even now, if I put my hand or finger anywhere near her ear, she starts flipping out.
You fucking idiot.
See, I'm expecting you to be like, so I'm really, really awkward in person. Like, she goes for the hug, and I, kind of stumbled, and I was like, I love you, or like something like where it'd be like,
No, don't be like that.
like awkward like
honestly,
that. No, you take the cake with. I started fingering her ear hole out of nowhere.
The only way it could have been weirder is like if you made like a weird sound effect. Like,
I'm sitting there. I expected him to be like he either did that or he went like, ooh, yeah.
Hey, listen, not Ferris. I am pretty damn smooth, and we're still dating after that. Okay, that's one. Two, no, it's like I can communicate. I actually do a lot better in person than I do online when it comes to talking to people. That's mainly because it's always been easy for me to hold a conversation with people. I could just keep on coming up with stuff to talk about, and whether or not that annoys them or not, you never know. You just fucking find out. But no. That wasn't the issue. The issue was me putting my finger in her ear. That was where the line was drawn. Apparently, who would have thought that was the
That was what she's not into, amongst other things. But
so restless, huh?
At least, like online, you're not typing out like asterisk fingers your ear hole asterisk.
Oh my god. No. The weird thing is, she's like into like if you like when people like get into it, they nibble the ear and that stuff. Like that's cool, that's fine. Just fingering, that's where the line is drawn.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's kind of cool? We have like guest 11545 and guest 11648, but we actually got like a really special person. We got guest 5.
How the fuck did that person get that number?
Guest 5.
He's been a guest for a long fucking time.
There's only 4 guests better than you, man.
So, guess, how have you not made an account yet? That's the real question.
That's because you got lucky with guest 5.
Yeah, I think that's something you don't try to change. Shit. Maybe that he made that his name on here. I wonder if you could do that.
That'd be kind of interesting if you could.
Yeah, be guest 101 or some shit like that. Guest 69. Yeah, 666 shit, stupid shit like that teenagers would do.
How the fuck do you have a girlfriend?
I honestly
Because he can finger those ear holes really good.
Well, I feel like no. The
What was
only,
that line
only
from It's a Wonderful Life? Youth is wasted on the stupid, or something like that.
If it was, I'm sure it was delivered in a really exaggerated way. Life is wasted on the stupid.
It wasn't even that was the issue. Like, just that alone. Like, I don't know how that wasn't like, yeah, fuck you, go away, I'm never talking to you again. The weird thing is, like, I ended up getting her number from a friend, and, like, I would text her on occasion because we didn't start talking until a couple months after I left for college. But, like, one day, I didn't know she worked at Arby's, and one day I went to the drive-thru, and she was working, and it was, like, prolonged eye contact awkwardness. Like, and then she mentioned, yeah, remember that one time you fingered my ear? I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, don't ever do that again, you shit. And I was like, okay, thanks.
Here's your fucking roast beef.
By the way, you want to date or something? Oh my god, weird fucking story, but you gotta change that for if you ever end up having kids. Mommy, Daddy, how did you meet? Well,
oh my god,
I was fingering your mom's ear hole, and a couple months later, she said she was into it.
Daddy, how are babies made? Well, you see, your mom's ear hole.
But a man and a woman love each other a whole lot, and the other one lets the other one put his finger in the other one's ear.
And like
that'd be a terrible thing to bring to school with them.
Oh no! Apparently, she was like into me before I did that too, and she said that helped me remember her, I guess, or remember me in that case. So if anything, me doing that was a good decision. So I mean, hey, it just depends on how you look at it. Glass half full, glass half empty. I'm gonna go full on this case. So
Philosophical Drew over here.
I like Silent One Doom's comment. So tonight we got weird love chat. Interesting night.
Well, yeah, tonight on the Phil Stevenson show.
Yeah, it's like a love line. We talk about Tinder accounts and bread salad and ear fingering.
What about Papa Lou? Papa Lou has a love segment on his show. Okay.
You are listening to the Phil Stevenson Show with your host, Phil Stevenson, where you get your fill on everything involving Phil Stevenson.
So wait, is it a show where
here's your host, Phil Stevenson.
Hey guys, great to be making another appearance here on the radio. I'm checking in on some other guys here. This is Phil Stevenson. I believe we're talking about love. You guys talking about love?
Yes, we are, sir.
Well, this one time, I don't want to brag, but apparently, the guys out there, figure of the year, it's a plus. Plus, keep that in mind.
Whoa, this is a PG show, sir. We cannot be talking about...
Oh, my bad. I touched her ear. Touched it.
Oh.
I believe we've got a phone call from generic mad wrestler. Who the fuck are you guys?
Wait, so I have a question. Do you think if a kid said sex in elementary school, he would have gotten in trouble?
Probably, the way that things are now.
Yeah, I mean, no, like, as a joke today, we were all sitting around the couch, and someone mentioned sex, and then, like, as a joke, we all, like, she said sex. She said sex. Like, one of those stupid fucking things. And it just got out of my mind, like, I wonder if I said sex in 4th grade, my teacher would have been like, Drew.
Your teacher would have turned into, like, some caricature.
Like
oh,
God,
show, yeah. Drew.
Oh, that's Drew.
Oh, mercy. Paul Bearer. Oh, yeah. It's true.
Sound almost like Jimmy Stewart.
Yes, Paul Bearer and Jimmy Stewart.
Kind of true. Oh, yeah, your money's in Drew's house. Your money's in Drew's bounce house.
So,
great fucking show.
Right, yeah. Not only was the Raw post show mostly about not the Raw post or the Raw show itself. Man, I'm butchering this to hell, aren't I?
The not Raw post show.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
But also Smack Talk.
This is a 2-part episode. Like, you really need to listen to the Raw Post Show for most of the things we're talking about right now to make sense, because we kind of just like picked up in the middle of our conversation about Sean's Tinder escapades,
Right.
and, like
Bread salads.
the Phil Stevenson show and bread salads.
For the people that did leave the comments, though, that said that you wish that we talked more about wrestling.
Yeah, you're not getting that. You're not getting that.
Not this week.
Not this
I promise, though, the edition of the Smack Talk Awards is all of us picking stuff for the wrestling side of things, except for the Smack Talk section. And when we do come back, January 3rd or whatever that day is that we start recording, we are going to do the one to watch and the future endeavors forecast, and we'll get back on track for some kind of wrestling stuff. But it's the end of the year. If Raw can kind of just say fuck off and do their own thing, then we can too. Why not? For the Smackies or the Smarkies or whatever we're calling them.
Dude, I'm gonna miss this because we're gonna actually try to take wrestling serious for a couple months, and then we're gonna get back to this.
It'll just all work itself into the All Talk show. That's what we'll end up doing.
Oh, that show you've been promoting for like 5 months now.
So
What hasn't happened yet?
The All Talk Show is our version of Brodus Clay.
Maybe it'll be our version of the
like
New
it's taken a
Day.
while for that.
It'll start off, and then we won't do it. Then we'll show some clips of things that aren't coming soon, and then we will, and it'll bomb, and then we'll just go back to doing more clips and stuff. We'll pull a New Day on it. Why not? All Talk Show is.
What if we changed, like, take a letter out of it, like it starts as the All Talk Shows, but we take the S at the end, so it's the All Talk Show, kind of like what they did with Fandango.
I forgot that they did that. Yeah, Fandango. That was odd.
I still remember the first show he was on, and just like how he kept on having he was having a saying his name contest with Justin Roberts. Fandango used to be so good, especially Roundface.
Roundface.
Roundface. How was she not in the Hottest Divas tournament?
Tony fucked up.
Not only do I not have any access to her real name or any pictures of her or whatever, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't even in it this year. It was only the people that have been a part of it from 2014 onward.
See, that's stupid. You should have just put her in anyways.
Yeah, well, the last time that we did more
we
than
could've
1
found
year,
her
we ended up
agent.
having
Hey,
something that
come
lasted
on.
for like 8 months, and I'm not doing that again. Yeah.
Ooh, the Smackies. Is it the Smarkies or the Smackies? That's a good question.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet.
God damn it. I thought you guys would have figured this out by now.
No.
I thought it was the Smirkies.
Smarties.
How about the not Smark Out Moment Award show?
It's the Smarties, and it's just the candy. We're just going to give you guys candy.
don't
Ferris
know.
says, are the winners going to be announced in the show or on a future show? It's going to be the show itself that we're going to record. That's why all of the votes that are in before we start recording that in a little over 12 hours from now, those are going to be the official counts for that. Everything else, I'll still leave the polls open for you guys to still vote on different stuff, but they won't count for the official tally of who wins the best co-host and different stuff like that. But what we will be doing is
I haven't looked at that today.
it's gonna take a long time for me to edit it. That's why we're doing it so far in advance, because I want to make sure that it's up by the 30th. And in the meantime, I'm gonna have the videos editing themselves, processing, uploading to YouTube and whatever. And through the next week, from the 23rd on to the 30th, I'll be periodically saying what I picked throughout the different WWE section, like my best and worst entrance and that kind of stuff. So I'll update that. I'll be posting stuff on Facebook about just released what I think is this one if you guys want to check it out, and but it'll all be contained into that one show. And then when we come back on the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th or whatever that is, that'll just be a brand new episode of Smack Talk, episode 164, I think we're at. Yeah, 164. So that is
So
the...
essentially, tomorrow's going to be a really busy fucking day for you.
Today already is.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'm probably not going to get any sleep until... When's the 26th? Thursday? Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
So I'm looking at a couple of days of being up doing stuff. So I'm going to have a lot of fun. And if you see me in the awards show yawning my ass off all the time and whatever, that's the reason. No sleep.
No, we'll cover your face up with magic marker stuff in Google. What was it? It was it Google Drive? Wait, what is it called?
Hangouts.
Hangouts, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
just cover your face with shit. Give you a beard.
So that's the lineup when it comes to that. We are going to be keeping that poll open afterward, even onward past the end of the new year, in case that people still want to get some kind of votes in and tell us what they think and stuff. It'll be interesting to see if any of the votes change too, because if certain people win like best co-host and then they get more votes and stuff like that, then that's kind of crazy. But Drew, I actually wanted to bring that up to you right now. Last time I had checked, if I count the negative votes, you were balanced out at 0. You would have 14 votes.
Are you doing that? I feel like Wago and Peyton want you to do that, so I don't fucking win. So are you doing that or not?
I actually considered doing that before I looked at the co-host section. I noticed it when I was going through the recurring jokes and stuff, because we had a couple things that were ties, and I was just like, you know what, we can't really have a tie, so let me figure this out. And then after doing like the math for a bunch of different ones, then I was just like, oh my god, Drew's gonna get fucked over with this. But actually, I think that Peyton is beating you out right now for best guest host, or best co-host. Anyway, so one way or another, it's probably gonna end up being the same.
No, I'm looking at it right now. I'm winning.
Oh, you are winning right now? Last time I had checked,
Yeah.
it was 14, 14, 14, or 14,
It's
15,
16, 15, 15 right now.
Ah. And
Yeah,
Miguel.
but you also had 16 votes for the worst.
Oh no! Come on, Peyton. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't mean anything. God.
It does when you have 16 votes that you're the worst fucking host.
It just means he's
Hey.
polarizing, like John Cena.
I think you're just. Hey, I just think you don't want to lose to me. So listen. I understand that I'm just a kid, but if you look at it like this, fuck you.
And for everybody
The thing
who...
is, I'm
Like,
not really
like-
worried about
Like,
losing to you.
before
Problem is,
this conversation, I didn't care if I won. Now I want to fucking beat you just so I could beat you. So
well, the thing is,
now
you're
I
not
actually
going to beat
care.
me because the only thing you're going to win is worst co-host of the year. So you could probably get excited about that one.
Dude,
Miguel's
I would
beating him.
fucking-
He's only winning by 3 votes at this point. That Drew can easily make that up.
Yeah, but if I
Honestly,
count the votes for the
honestly,
positives and the
no.
negatives, then it balances out, because then Drew...
Oh yeah, no,
zero.
Miguel does not have a shot. No.
No, honestly, what I was really considering doing was that I was gonna like rig it so I'd win the best and the worst, so I could be like, I'm like the most polarizing thing since John Cena. Just to give a fuck you to everyone. I was actually gonna do it so I won everything, but I decided not to do that.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna make
Imagine
it so
Drew
I
sitting there making a whole bunch of Google accounts just to do this.
I feel like I'm surprised Sean hasn't done it, because Sean rigged the votes last year, so I'm actually quite surprised he hasn't done it yet.
Sean's too busy going on bread salad dates.
Oh,
Somehow he's got 3 votes. I don't know if those are legitimate.
Well, he
love
said
the
one of the votes. Well, one of the names says him, so we know he at least voted for himself once. I voted for myself just because I didn't.
No, I
realize-
think Sean said he voted for me actually.
Didn't he say that he voted for Wago?
Oh no, he voted for Wago. Wago voted for me. That's what it was.
Yeah, and then I voted for myself, and everyone was like, "Oh, Drew, why the fuck you voted for yourself?" I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. I was like, "Oh damn, fuck." Shoot the fucking messenger. Jesus Christ, I just voted. I didn't even think. To be honest, I did not think I would have 16 votes. Let's get that clear. I honestly did, especially with Peyton and Wago at every episode of every show we've done. They're like, yeah, don't vote for fucking Drew, vote for us. And I'm still with them, and that really shocked the hell out of me. So maybe I'm not as bad as I am after all, but actually reading through some of these, what can you improve on? Some of them was like, oh, they kind of do hate
No,
me.
I think
what do
the
you
problem
think?
is that people meant to vote for you for worst, but they're just stupid and they clicked the wrong part.
I don't know. On what was it? On SmackDown, I just called them stupid on there if they voted for me. If anything, I'm trying to sabotage myself, but I'm still.
I don't think that the issue is
successfully.
people thought that they were voting for Drew for worst and they just didn't correct it. I think that people just wanted to vote for Miguel over Drew for worst because all these comments are like Miguel should die and stuff. And it's like, damn. Like, if you guys really, really hate Miguel that much, you shouldn't. Like, there's no reason to hate Miguel.
Miguel's not that bad. As much as it seems like I shit on him, Miguel's not a bad fucking guy. He's really fucking annoying. So
I'm just like, fuck Miguel. After this past episode, he clearly didn't want to be there. Let Miguel leave his sink running long enough, and maybe he'll drown.
Like, that's awful. Fuck. But then somebody else had left a comment of, we're too antagonistic towards each other. I think that you guys are worse to us. Holy shit.
No, didn't you mention that you didn't think Miguel was that bad? I recall, this past episode, a sigh of relief as soon as he fucking left this past episode. Because because we were doing the, hey, let's just fuck around and not talking about the pay-per-view. And we just kept on doing the inside jokes the entire time and not talking about the show. And he was like, I'll do the show, apparently. So
here's one: Les Miguel and Drew. I like that one. Especially the part where that was Drew.
Just fuck you. But hey, listen, if you didn't want me, you could have just kicked me out of here by now. So come on, you could have.
Okay.
You could have died.
I was like, Peyton's gonna end up kicking him off the line. I know it.
I'm just kidding. He's still there. I just muted him.
Oh damn it! You didn't hear me. My whole spiel on how if you could. Did you hear what I said though?
No.
What'd you say?
Oh, I said.
They say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Damn it, Drew. Why did you fall for that, man? I was rooting for you not to fall for that.
Anyways, as I was saying, I was just going on if you could have gotten rid of me by now, if you didn't have you could have gotten JD to be the member of the fucking show. I think JD would be a great co-host. I mean, fuck,
I don't know.
the Raw post
heard him
is
tonight.
all JD.
He didn't have his usual energy on the show tonight.
Oh, maybe that's because he expended it all on the Phil Stevenson show first.
I thought he said he wasn't on.
Well, he was. He was on the Phil Stevenson show.
Oh, okay. Of course. I thought you said. Oh, I thought you were implying he was on tonight. What the fuck? You just lied to me. Holy shit.
So wasn't Jeff.
It was. Maybe they caught on. They so fucking caught on. That sucks. I thought we were going to do our thing where we completely shat on them for the next couple of weeks. I was actually looking forward to that.
No, we shat on them a lot this week.
Yeah, I know we did, but I thought we were going to start going really fucking hard at them until we got rid of them.
Well, I don't know. I felt bad when it was like Merry Christmas to you guys, and it was like, oh, Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, well, I had to throw that one out there. I can't not return a Merry Christmas.
Right.
But this was just this week's gimmick. Drew, if you have something better to do next week, let's do it. If you have all the fucking bright ideas. What do you got? Huh? You got something better than Phil Stevenson? Let's hear it.
Oh, wait. Oh, I fucking get it. Oh, my God. That's what happened this week? Oh, shit.
What?
I think they oh, my God. Phil Stevenson's not even an actual show. So you made them believe they were calling each other back. Fuck, I just realized that. You did that? What the fuck did they do?
Oh, my God. It took an hour and a half for Drew to get that this was a joke.
I didn't think about it. I didn't fucking think about it. So, oh, my God. Oh my God! I'm not even gonna defend myself.
Did you ever see that meme of the guy who's coming across a revelation while he's in the middle of a rave?
Yeah.
That's what I just pictured through.
God, no, that's awesome! I can't believe it. And they bought it completely. They bought it.
I don't know if they bought it, but they kept putting up with it.
Not Jeff definitely bought it at first.
No,
I think JD. Onto it. JD was onto it from the start. He no-sold it, but I think Jeff was definitely like, huh? Where's Mega Powers Radio?
So wait, have we accepted his friend request yet on Facebook?
I accepted Bill Stevenson's.
Oh my God, no! I told a friend about John and I was like, okay, so there's this guy who calls in, and we don't even call him by his name. We call him not Jeff. He just fucking went with it. And I was like, here, I'm gonna bring up a Facebook because he sent me a friend request. He's like, how did he find that? And I was like, I don't even want to talk about that. So I was like, okay, so what do you think John looks like? He's like, probably some guy who's retarded. I'm like, well, you're in luck. That's what it is.
Me.
And I showed him it, and he started laughing because that's exactly what I thought John looked like. If I had to think of a picture of John, it's actually what John looks like.
Yeah, he actually does look like just a little bit fatter Jeff. He looks like a fatter Jeff.
He does look like a John.
I do like how they keep calling in though. Like that ends up making that show so much more fun. So as much as we rag on everybody and stuff, it is.
Hang on. So are you guys worried that they might not call in? Wait, are you worried that not Jeff will not call in that week?
I thought that was the intention, was to make him not call.
Oh no, we're keeping this up. This is fun.
Not all in one fucking week. If you were not gonna, you should have just told me that did it. I would have came home where at least would have called in just to hear that. Are you kidding me? I would have.
Well, that just means that you got to check out the archive version of the show.
God damn it! I'll have to listen to Sean's stupid salad bread thing. God damn it.
Which was also a very good story.
Yeah.
See, Drew, this is why you can't hate on things before you know what they are. So you were hating on the Phil Stevenson show, and now you fucking know.
I wasn't hating on it. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I thought it was an actual show. I didn't even know what it was.
What did you expect us to be doing on the Monday Night Raw post show?
I don't know, making Ho Hogan jokes or something. I don't know.
Did you think like Phil Stevenson show was like another Papa Lou or something?
Yes, I thought that's what it was. and I don't know, and honestly, I didn't know how I caught on to the Phil Stevenson joke when you played the fucking intro to it. I don't even understand how I didn't pick up on that. I should have played it.
Oh my god.
God damn it. This is awesome. I can't wait to fucking listen to it now. Was it great? Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Oh, it's pretty fun. So wait, did you put them on their silent? Wait, so wait, did they talk about Raw?
A little bit.
A little bit.
At least tried to.
So is the Phil Stevenson show? Is it like it's like you can talk about anything, correct? Like, did they go off on anything?
No, what did we say he was? He was like the biggest doll collector in the Midwest.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then we had brought JD on. He was like, yeah, do you have any questions about dolls? He's like, oh yeah, I think Dolph is doing a great job.
We also had our fun caller for the other section of it. What was it?
What was it? Ambrosia or some shit?
Antono. Or Antona?
Antona, yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't Antonio?
No, it was Antona. There was like some person who had like a voice effect on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it was one of those guys. Okay.
Said that they would fuck up our moms or something.
The only time when someone uses a voice effect, the only time it works is when you pretend you're fucking Satan. That's the only time you'll give me to laugh at it. Otherwise, it's fucking stupid.
Yep.
But anyways, continue.
I don't even know if we should continue.
We're bad people. I don't know if anyone's realized this. We're bad people.
We're rat people?
Bad people.
We're crab people? Crab.
We're horrible bosses. See, they should make a movie like Horrible Bosses, but just call it Horrible People instead.
Horrible podcasters.
And they gotta add instead to it to show that it's a spin-off of Horrible Bosses.
We also established Tia Cyrus too. Yeah, we brought that back. So.
Oh really? How'd that go?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad you brought it back. Fuck me, right? Continue.
Yeah.
I wish Tia Cyrus would. Heyo.
Yeah, I get that.
What the guy?
So obviously this is not a wrestling heavy episode of SmackDown if you haven't figured that out by now. But that's mostly because not a whole lot of things that happened this week. I mean, we kind of talked a little bit about who's the guy in WWE, the Undertaker situation in WrestleMania, whatever. And we won't be doing any kind of like hot tags or anything next week. But we will always be talking about different stuff that happens on the Facebook group, the Mega Maniacs. Just go to facebook.com/group/the Mega Maniacs, and that's where you can see whatever random stuff that we post throughout the week. You know, we usually do like stupid ass memes, and I think Wago had posted something the other day about the Dolph Ziggler Roman Reigns, who should be the guy, and that ended up actually being the reason why I thought that we would talk about it on the show. Next week, since we are doing that whole situation with the Smack Talk Awards, I'm not going to obviously have a section of it where I talk about the Ask Him. So that horrible Tony question that you guys have, that's going to linger for basically 2 weeks to see who else gets it right other than Wazili, who had gotten that right. Kudos to Wazili. And when we come back in the new year, we are going to be trying to do some different things, and we're going to try to keep things the way that it's been for quite a while. And I want to get your opinions of what you guys would like to see us change up, or what things that we can get rid of, or things that we can add to the show. You know, that's one of the reasons why we're doing this whole situation with the awards vote that you can do, where you can express your opinions of what you like and all that. Actually, I'm not too sure, Silent Way to do him, if Miguel is coming back. That's something that we haven't quite figured out yet. So, he might be, he might not be.
He listens to, are you kidding me, dude? He listens to Smack every week.
Yeah, but doing the actual show itself. He said that his work schedule has changed, and we're not too sure what's going on with that. So, maybe not.
He had to move his own radio show. So, I mean...
Yeah.
His shit's all changed.
The Untitled Fuck That Show.
Oh, you almost said it right this time. You couldn't do it once for him? God damn it.
The Untitled Movie Show.
There you go.
On.
Yeah, that was right too.
Yeah. So we will see like different things that we were gonna do. I don't know like what'll end up happening and all that, but we're obviously gonna be kicking back 164. That's crazy to think that we've had that many episodes, but that'll come up in January. Our next thing's that whole awards thing, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully no glitches in the way that screws it up, but you'll be able to see our lovely faces on Google Hangouts. Before we wrap up this episode and get into our plugs, is there anything else that you guys want to toss out there for a quick discussion or whatever?
It doesn't have to be wrestling related.
No, that's the rest of this episode, Ben.
I don't know. I don't really got anything. What about you, Peyton?
Anyone see The Hobbit yet?
No.
The new one? It's out?
Yeah.
Oh. No. Is it good?
I haven't seen it.
No. Well, I'm really not a fan of The Hobbit, so I'm not gonna watch it most likely. But
I had watched the what was the first? The Fellowship of the Ring, and when I saw that, I think thought that I was going to hate it. Breaking up a lot on this.
I thought that was me because he's been doing it. It's been making us sound like Mr. Roboto for a while.
So do it sound like that all night.
Yeah,
really,
I don't know what's going on with that, but
I thought that was just me. I was like, oh god.
No. Hobbit is not the series that I'm a huge fan of. The Lord of the Rings movies I thought were good in a lot of different ways, but the Hobbit ones are just too boring. But I'll check it out because I watched the other two ones, so I might as well finish it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yep. Not Jeff, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes. No.
No, Jeff.
Best worst movies of the year. Silent Window mentions that. I am not 100% positive when we're going to do it, but we are going to have an edition of Fanboys Anonymous end of the year recap kind of, and we will talk about the best and the worst movies of the year. We might be doing that the 27th, 28th. I don't know. So stay tuned to Fanboys Anonymous for more info on that. And Ferris, we're probably not going to be doing Google Hangouts in the future for like a regular thing, but we might, if it ends up going well enough, we might end up doing a couple of different specials or something. I don't know. But I think that we've kind of gone on long enough for this. It's 2:30 in the morning. So when we roll out here, let's just do some quick plugs. Peyton.
Thanks for listening.
And Drew?
No, seriously. Thanks for joining everything here on MegaPowersRadio.com. Stay tuned every Monday night after Raw for the Raw Post Show, where we might talk about Raw, but more than likely we're going to talk about porn stars, bread bowls, and other weird shit.
What's a bread bowl? It's so bad now. With that soup in it.
Panera sounds really fucking good.
Yeah. Damn it. Why isn't that open at 2:30 in the morning? To cater all those crowds. Drew, plugs.
So, the end time of the show, I thought, I'd say it once for Miguel. Say it right. Right, as you know. Yeah, just the Drew crew, fuck Tony's Tykes, fuck Team Stoner. I'm about to add Team Next Gen because they fucking raped and stole Roman Reigns for me, so fuck you, Peyton, on that one. And,
I just happened to pick up the hottest free agent at the time. That wasn't my fault. You dropped him. That was your fault.
No, okay, seriously, oh God, Sean is a fucking idiot. That pissed me off so much when he did that. Oh my God, I was gonna pick him up really quickly, but no, fuck me. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for today.
All right, guys. Remember, next week, Smack Talk Awards will be popping up, and we will be saying thank you to all that other kind of stuff and recapping all the stuff that happened, the best and the worst of 2014 in WWE and in Smack Talk. That's going to be crazy, but it's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope that you guys have as much fun watching that show as we will have making it. And since I won't be talking to you guys for the Smack Talk stuff like regularly next week or whatever, actually, no, we've got the Raw Post Show next week, so screw that idea. I'm not going to give everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and whatever. But, yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys if you celebrate that. If not, oh well, I said Merry Christmas anyway, deal with it. And we will be seeing you.
I'll say all the other stuff.
We will see you next week in the Raw Post Show and onward. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for staying up late with us. Happy Festivus, yes, to Silent Winter Doom and everybody else out there. And this has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the outro gave to me 12 cheesy Cheez-Its, 11 wankers wanking, 10 chairs a burning, 9 tugboats tugging, 8 cell phones buzzing, 7 sinks running, 6 toilets flushing, 5 happy days, 4 fit birds, 3 takers dong, 2 shine shoes, and the Patriot on Blu-ray DVD.
Let's get the Patriot, man.
Come on, just get the Patriot.